Duval County, here in Florida. On the banks of the St. Johns River, we look inside Everbank Stadium in Jacksonville. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the Cleveland Browns and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Greg Olson with you here in Jacksonville. Optimism off the playoffs last year. Can the Jaguars do it again? The season is underway.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. It's the man from Virginia Tech, Facial Tootin. And he'll take this up to the 30. Pick up the 5.
The 30-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Second and 5. Right back to Tootin. And he's going to struggle to get back to the line. Maybe a yard. Michigan man Mason Graham in there on the stop.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
It's 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. He's got his man. Allen with the connection.
Mike, I think we make so much of all these fancy routes, right? The selling, the head fakes, getting in and out of the break. And while that's really important to create separation, that's really more of a man beater. That's when teams want to just play you one-on-one and you have to beat the defender. Against zone defense like we saw here, it's a lot more simpler. Understand the concept of the play, understand where the holes in the defense are, and get there and be friendly to the quarterback. And if you're open, stay open. That's NFL route running. That's what the best guys do.
This play here, Mike, is just all about the get-off of the defensive line. Watch how fast they go when that ball is snapped. Nowhere for this running back except to go down for a loss.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. He'll let this one go. Deep for Thomas. That one broken up. It's incomplete. All over him down the field. It'll set up 3rd down.
I think he got away with one there, Mike. I thought with the way the defender had him covered, I was actually surprised he didn't move off to his next progression. He threw that into some really tight coverage, and he's lucky that ball wasn't picked.
3rd and 11. Here's Lawrence. He'll find his tight end. It's Strange. Play is stopped. We have an injury to one of the Jaguars. Not what you want to see. Quarter 1 of week 1. We'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. To throw is Lawrence. Over the middle, it is Strain. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. A big play for Jacksonville. 31 yards.
And this offense just continues to methodically move the ball down the field here on their opening drive, Mike. And I think defensively, they've got to figure something out. Otherwise, this has the looks for one of those long days in the office.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Lawrence. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Isaiah McGuire. He's into the sack column early in the season. A sack on this opening drive. That'll bring up 2nd and long.
Let's go.
Here's Lawrence to throw. Oh, got him again the 2nd time with a sack on this opening drive. Garrett First. He's got his first sack of the season here early in week 1. Play 10 of this opening drive. And here's 3rd down. Now Lawrence. That's complete. It's Parker Washington. And he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of the first down.
For the Jaguars field goal. A 42-yard attempt.
He pushed this one to the right. No good. And this will remain a scoreless ball game.
And this is tough here on the opening drive, because sometimes when you miss one early, we've seen head coaches change how they approach 4th down situations. Is he going to get as many chances here? We're going to find out throughout the rest of the game.
That's complete. And it's the rookie, Denzel Boston. And he's going to be out of bounds at the 41. Nice throw by the rookie from Arkansas, and that's a first down.
They don't waste any time capitalizing on their opponent's mistake, so they miss the field goal, you take the ball back. There's a lot of energy on the sideline. That's a big win for your defense. So what do you got to do? You got to go out there as an offense and get off to a fast start, and it's exactly what they're able to do on that first down play.
And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 12. It's a Browns first down.
And the Browns first down.
They'll motion the slot man right. Little quick pass to the receiver heading right. And he'll wind up getting about 7 yards as he is forced out of bounds.
Out of bounds at the 22-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
From the 22 now, here's 2nd and 3. Now this is going to be a design run. They let him keep it.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker. They're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
And now 3rd, they only need 2 yards. From the shotgun, here's Green. Backs to the open man, it's Tillman. And he's in. What a drive. Cedric Tillman, touchdown Browns. The extra point up and good by Schmidt. And the Browns have their first lead of the new year. They're up 7-0 here in the season opener. Now, following the touchdown, Schmidt back out there to kick this one away. On the return, it's Parker Washington. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over.
Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
So here's a first and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. We're going to run it, and this is LaQuint Allen. And a strong first down run, a pickup of 9, setting up second and short.
It's a gain of 9, brings up second and a yard.
Now here's Lawrence. Pass caught by the tight end, Strain. It's been a busy first quarter for him so far. His third catch goes for a first down.
Jaguars, first down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Let's go.
Lawrence going to give it to Tootin. And it'll be forced out of bounds just a couple yards short of the first down. That's a pickup of 8.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and 2.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's second down and 2. Another run here with Tootin. And he'll work his way for about 4 yards. And that's good enough for a first down.
A gain of 4
So,
yards.
first quarter in the books here on NFL Kickoff Weekend.
First down.
It's the Browns with
First
the
and 10
advantage.
at the 41-yard
We'll have more
line.
from Jacksonville after this. The Jaguars with the ball as quarter number 2 begins. As they've got it with first and 10. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
So there's multiple factors, Mike, that make blitzes successful. So, of course, there's the initial design. Can you attack the vulnerabilities of the offense's blocking scheme? And then in this case, the next phase is the timing. You can see this linebacker knew exactly when that ball was going to be snapped. The offensive line had no chance to identify and pick him up, and he's able to bring him down for a loss.
This one is caught, and it's the tight end, Strain. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. That's 2 catches on this drive. This one for 23 yards.
First and 10 at the
Really nice
18-yard
job
line.
there, Mike. All they're trying to do is just clear some space for the tight end and then let him go to work in the middle of the field. Now they're set up nicely inside the red zone.
On first down, he'll go with Tootin. And he'll be met in the backfield and dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming. And he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Second down, Lawrence. That is over the middle and intercepted. Picked by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And the Browns are going to take possession here at their own 33. On the ground, here's Dylan Sampson. And he will not be able to turn upfield. They'll drop him behind the line.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
On second down, Green. He'll get this complete to Jerry Jeudy. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. First catch for him on this new season, and it results in a first down. Out of the pistol, a run with Judkins. And they'll take this down inside the 35. That's a gain of 16. This offense is humming. A first down.
It's not just the blockers creating yards for him out there. He created most of that yardage on his own, shrugging off the initial tackle attempt and continuing to rumble downfield.
Good start this drive so far. Another first and 10. From the gun, it's Green. Open man is the tight end, Harold Fannin.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball, modest gain.
So, from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 5. Operating from out of the gun, it's Green. That one incomplete. Good job, textbook there, separating the man from the ball, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
3rd and short. Here's Green. That is brought in at the 10. And he is out of bounds. 17 yards on the gain, and now they've got 1st and goal. To the air once more is Green. Oh, looking end zone, but it is out of the reach of the receiver and incomplete.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
Another shot at it from the 9. 2nd down and goal. Off the bootleg, here's Green. That one too far. Over the end line. Overthrow. It is incomplete. Jerry Jeudy, the intended target. Now they'll be looking at 3rd and goal. They'll try to throw. Here is Green. And that is incomplete. Contact occurred just as the ball was arriving. There are no flags. It's 4th down. So the Browns going to bring out their kicker and try a field goal. Schmidt's kick is good. And the Browns will extend to a 10-0 lead.
Nothing like a short one for your first attempt of the year, right, Mike? I mean, talk about an easy one to break you in. Knocks it through, jogs off the field. That's a dream start.
And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Tootin to start the drive. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the 2nd half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
Lawrence now on 2nd down. That's complete. He finds Brian Thomas. First catch for him on this new season, and it results in a 1st down.
That's good for a Jaguars. 1st down. first and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Lawrence now. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm.
Open right side. That strains the tight end. He's over 100 receiving yards on the afternoon now, and a first down to boot.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes. There is a lot of room to operate.
Trying to get it to Brian Thomas Jr. It'll be second down.
He was covered by Tyson Campbell.
Hey, Lion! Hey, Soko. Easy.
From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. Throw over the middle, and they can't connect. It's incomplete. Jacoby Myers was the intended target, and it'll be third down.
Just doesn't seem to me right now that he's seeing the field very well. I mean, that last possession results in the pick. You'd expect him to come back out here and be a little bit more careful with the ball, find easier completions, find the better matchup. But instead, he puts the ball back in harm's way, and he's lucky that wasn't another interception.
On third down, it's a run with Tootin. And he's got nowhere to go. That defensive front controlling the line of scrimmage. It'll bring up fourth down. 2 minutes to go here till halftime. Greg and I back with more on this opening week after this. He makes up for the earlier miss. This time, the kick is good. And the Jaguars are on the board just before halftime. So after the field goal, back out is Little to kick this one away. This will be returned from the 6. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
He'll get this to Concepcion on the RPO. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. The Jags will use the first of their timeouts here. Second down and 3 coming up. Green. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete.
Initially, a nice job by the receiver. He actually was open downfield. He was able to get behind the defense, but the window closed up so quickly they couldn't get the ball to him. Prevents the big play.
The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. So on fourth down, the lefty, Corey Bojorquez to punt for Cleveland. And deep to return, that is Parker Washington. Returnable from the 17. And it'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. On first down, Lawrence. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. Parker Washington was the intended receiver. And it'll bring up second down.
Haven't even reached halftime yet, and we see this quarterback just continue to put the ball in harm's way and make bad decisions. He's lucky it didn't add another interception to his stat sheet, and as they approach halftime here, they got to regroup, and he's going to have to make the better decisions here in the second half.
They'll run with Allen. A big play there on second down, but we do have a flag on the field. And that's in an area where usually this play gets erased. Here comes Allen, and he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now it's third down.
Brings up third down.
Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And he tries to get that one down the field, but it is incomplete. Brenton Strange was his intended target. And it's going to be fourth down. On is the punter, Cook, and he sends it away. Wallace now on the return. Oh, hello. He is stopped in his tracks on that one. They made sure that return was not going any farther. On first and 10, here's Green. A short one that is caught by Fanning. Here's second and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second and 2 at the Jaguars' 40-yard line.
Look at the throw. Is Green. Left side brought in by Concepcion. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down. Out of the gun, they'll give it to Judkins. What more could you ask for on first down? Nice run of 8, setting up second and short. Now a timeout for Jacksonville. They're second, as they'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half. Second down, they need 2 yards. Throwing, Green. That's to the end zone, but just too far out in front. That one's incomplete.
All right, so the ball falls incomplete, but I think what it does now, Mike, is it allows you to stop the clock, get in the huddle, take a deep breath, and now your play caller has to give you the best play. Go get points here before the half and try to build something going into halftime.
The backfield empty here for third and 2. Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he lost the football. The Jaguars think they have it, and they do.
So the biggest thing that stands out here, Mike, is the fact that the defense just continues to pursue to the ball. Every defense focuses on get as many hats to the ball carrier as possible, because the guy in front of you, he misses the tackle or he falls down. You have to be there to make up for it, and the pursuit to the ball is not only how they're able to get him down, it's ultimately how they're able to take the ball away.
That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half. Here's a 3rd down and 4.
Let's go.
Lawrence. And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. They'll run with Judkins to begin the drive. And nothing doing here. Will be stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
We're seeing such an uptick, Mike, across the league in these hybrid kind of positionless defenders, especially safety. So are they a safety? Are they a linebacker? They're good in both coverage. And in this case, they can play near the line of scrimmage and still make plays on the ground.
See what they have for 2nd and 10. They're going to go play action here with Green. Open receiver, that's Boston. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
3rd and 5. From the shotgun, here's Green. That'll be caught. It's Concepcion. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. A gain of 21 on that pass play. First down, Cleveland. Now Green. That's to the right side and incomplete.
The whole idea of that short pass is designed to get the ball into the hands of the receiver in space and let him do the rest after the catch. But the key word there, Mike, is get the ball into the hands of the receiver. He doesn't secure the catch, so there is no run after.
Throwing again, Green. That is caught right side, and that's Famine. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
Green gonna throw again. Toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
The field goal unit staying put. They're going to line up and go for this on 4th down. They go, and it's a sneak. And he's going to have a Browns first down as they manage to convert. That'll keep this drive alive.
Pretty simple here, Mike. Every team, they have this sheet up in the box. It's their own analytics telling them when to go for it, when not to go for it. And in this spot, their metrics say go for it, sneaks the call, first down.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
He was taken down at the 22-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Play fake. Now, Green. That is caught at the 3. To the goal line and in. Harrow Fannin. Touchdown, Cleveland.
You know, Mike, at this level, not all touchdowns are created equal. There's some plays that result in touchdowns, and then there are touchdown strikes. And this one is the latter. I mean, you talk about a confidently thrown ball on the money downfield. It doesn't get a lot better than this, and his receiver is able to take it in for 6.
Washington now to return it. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
They'll fake it to Tootin. Now it's Lawrence. He finds Thomas coming across the field. Trying to claw their way back into this one, and that'll help. It's a first down.
That's good for a Jaguars first down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
On the ground, here's Tootin. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage of the game. And this is really just more of the same that we saw in the first half. They have made it a huge struggle in the passing game. I mean, just no easy completions, no open space. Every single ball has been contested, and they've done a great job all day.
On 3rd down, it's Allen. And no room to be found. He'll get this back from line of scrimmage, and that's it. Jaguars ready to punt this one away. As he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. A fair catch. He's going to call it and take it right around his own 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
On the ground, it's Sampson to start this drive. They had that play dialed up defensively, stopped them in the backfield. Loss of a yard. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Operating from out of the gun, it's Green. He'll get that to Quinshon Judkins. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. A pickup of 12 yards. It's a Browns first down. Here's Green. At the left side and complete to Boston. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. The Jags will use the first of their timeouts here. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down. Judkins going to get it on the zone read. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. Give him 15 more on that one. They are on the move. It's a first down.
So as we take a look at the box score, Mike, you realize here they got the lead. We're in the second half, but they don't have a lot of rush yards. It's because they use the passing game to score points and establish the lead. Now, How we judge their run game is from here to the end of the game. Can they pile up yards now in the second half and close this game out?
2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Green. Back into the hands of Boston. To the pylon, he's in. Denzel Boston. Touchdown, Browns. And that's a football to hold on to forever. His first NFL touchdown in his very first NFL game.
The score, Browns 24, Jaguars 3.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line. Play action now. It's Lawrence. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Lawrence. And with a flag down, he goes down. They get him for the sack, and that flag is probably on the offense as well. So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. Punting unit comes on. Jaguars will kick it away. As this drive quickly stalled out, so he's on to punt it away. And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. Drive starts with a run by Judkins. And he'll be brought down at the 45. Rook Orororo there on the tackle.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's 2nd and 9.
Let's go now. Grab the 50. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. Cooking my team.
Throwing is Green. And it's complete. And it's the tight end, Fannin. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 3rd and 2. To throw is Green. He's got a man. It's Boston. And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going. Off the play fake. Here's Green. Pass caught by Concepcion. And he'll be out of bounds, down at the 20. A very satisfying performance to get the new year started. Looking at a 1-0 start as they pick up the first down. A give now to Judkins on the zone read. And the left first and goal. He is down inside the 10-yard line.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the 4th quarter, which typically means I had to lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game.
rush. Too strong. There in a flash for the sack. Josh Hines-Allen working his way in to register his first sack of the new season. First down was not very good. Here's 2nd and goal. Green. Oh, looking end zone, but it is out of the reach of the receiver and incomplete.
There isn't much room for error when operating inside the red zone. The field is really condensed. Those throwing windows become a lot tighter and forces your quarterback to make some really highly contested throws. And as we just saw, those aren't always going to go your way.
They'll try to throw. Here is Green. And that ball led him too far, maybe too wide. Out of bounds, incomplete. So the Browns going to bring out their kicker and try a field goal. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Browns will extend their lead.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
On the handoff, it's Allen. And that'll be a pickup of 3.
So I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going. And whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, this offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays and more balance, both run and pass. A little surprising to see them keep the ball on the ground, especially given the situation, Mike. I mean, you're trailing. You haven't had a lot of success running the ball up until this point. They need chunk plays. They need to score, and they need to score fast.
Lawrence from the gun here on 3rd down. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on 3rd down. It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up 4th down.
And he's going to have a Jags 1st down as this defense can't come up with the play they needed. They surrender a gain of 17 on 4th down. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him. J.O.K. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah getting in there to bring him down. His first sack of the season. Now, someone up front moves early. Can't continue to make these mistakes if you're trying to mount a big comeback.
Hey, Lion! Hey, Ginger, get top.
Lawrence now on 2nd down. A throw left side, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Brian Thomas, the intended receiver. Now it's going to be 3rd down. Lawrence looking down the field, but that falls incomplete. Denzel Ward in there defensively to knock it away.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
Special teams out to the field, ready for this punt, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. The fair catch here, called for and made beyond the 30-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
To the right side, it's Judkins. And that play going nowhere. The defense all over that one. They'll bring them down for a big loss. So they come to the line, second down, they need 14 yards. From the shotgun, here's Green. That's out wide to Judkins. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 45-yard line. Tight game here in week one. We're trying to see this through to the end, and that's an important first down. They'll give it here to Judkins. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Now a timeout for Jacksonville. They're second, and they'll get a chance to catch their breath over on the sideline.
First down.
Center leads them to the line for 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Sampson. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5.
The ball carrier. The tackle made at the 36-yard line. A gain of 5.
Now the Jags will use their third and final timeout, and they'll get together prior to this second down play. Looking to throw is Green. Left side brought in by Concepcion. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Catch number 7 so far in this one. And a first down. On the zone read, give to Sampson. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple.
Brought down by a gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 22-yard line.
2 minutes remain in the 4th quarter. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. Second down and 8. Here's a designed run. And he'll get only about 3 before being ridden out of bounds.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
Here now, 3rd and 5. Throwing, Green. That's into the hands of Judy on the right side. And it looks like he's going to have the first down. What great work after the catch to extend the drive. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. So